Nidra that is healing in this current timeline is actually healing the Nidra from the past and the Nidra from the future, right? And so this is why this soul work and this healing work is so necessary for the bloodline, but also for you, because not only is your past life depending on you uplifting these inequities and cleansing these wounds out of your vessel, right? Your temple, right? Or your good old Temple of Solomon, right? Because the church teaches you that the church is the temple of God, but really the temple of God is your vessel, right? And so that's why when we're doing things to not uplift that vessel and not pour into that vessel adequately, we experience karma instantly in our reality, because our body is the temple of God. If and when I want to enter the house of God, then I enter the house of Nidra. That's why I go inward. I don't go outside of myself to find God. I go inward because that's where God exists, right? That's where source energy exists. And so I want to talk about the byproduct of the spirit spouse. And if you are listening to the sound under my voice, then you are an anointed being, and you wouldn't be here if you weren't an anointed being, whether you consider yourself activated or non-activated, right? And I also think that's subjective, because an awakened being, an anointed one, a chosen one, right? You came here to uplift consciousness. You came here to uplift wounds and do your bid as the generational curse breaker. But a lot of times we're told that we are awakening, and we always are awakening. We already had that first awakening that cracked us open like a king crab leg at a black function, right? And that was due to many of us coming into contact with our karmic twin flame catalyst. And I'm not going to get into all of that today, but that is a story or a thread for another day. But after that activation, we started going through shifts. Every time the cosmos shift, we shift, right? Every time the moon shifts, we shift. Every time we go outside and the sun sets and the energy starts shifting the environment of Mother Gaia, guess what? That sun shifts my energy, especially if you are a melanated being, right? That the rays from the sun do something for us because we hold that carbon copy, that carbon body, right? We are the copper tone folks of the world, right? And you got to think about what copper does, right? A lot of you, once you started to awaken to your gifts and the truth of your vessel, your ancestors often guided you to grab some copper, right? That's why as soon as you start buzzing out of control, when you wake up and that light body starts to enhance itself and those spiritual gifts start to go through the roof, you realize you're filled of electrical impulses, right? And we've been taught about the synapses in the body and the electromagnetic energy, and the most important hot spot is the heart, right? The